summer electric rate?
I did put in the packets, I had after Andrew was here the last time, he asked me to go through and do the rates with our add-on included along with the .507 and present those to him. And so I did, and then he emailed me back, and you should have a copy of that email with his recommendations.
There's a demand rate of $8. What did we come up with pallets when we were doing that? I thought it was 5 something.
$5.65.
Which is a rate for about 2 years ago.
I think that he was talking 8 when he was here.
He was here too, yeah.
Well, I did a little calculating from where we were and off of his budget that he gave us. And that was, he gave us that his proposal, and worked his numbers back against his general ledger best I could, and I came up that looks to me like using his rate and using his pro forma, we might come out an extra 50 grand on the deal. But I just backed out the actual numbers and added in his budgeted numbers. So I don't know where it's going to end up. I think if I had to make a change, I'd probably drop that 7 off the end. Make it 9.6, 7.6, 7.2. It's not going to add that much to the bottom line, and I think
On these rates?
these proposed rates,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying, it seemed a little high to me until I read that letter about Reliant Energy being on 11 point something and Mid-American 8.24.
And I can tell you that I got a notice today, a flyer today from NMPP Energy, and Iowa ranks 10th in the United States for having the lowest rate. Nebraska is above us at like 4th or 5th. And Colorado, I think, is above us. But we should be thankful we don't live in Hawaii or on the East Coast.
Well, every day. You know, I was looking at this thing though, as I was looking through this, and he's got under the expenses section, line 5, power purchased. You know, in 2009, $333,000, in 2010, $398,000, and 2011 is projected as $449,000. Now, those are 20% jumps. Remember. Then he's got to level off after that, so he seems to think that's gonna. But we're going through an acceleration period again. Yeah, I don't have a problem with John's dropping the 7 off of there.
Well, I think we have plenty of room for that to be off of there.
And I know what he's saying, you know, that we don't want to get ourselves in a pickle going down the road here.
Yeah.
But I have room to. I don't think he understands what we're trying to accomplish here either. Totally.
It's a 4-month is what we're looking at here. Not a.
Well, maybe more because he didn't want to do till November 1st. You know.
Yeah.
Well, we can read
Well,
that.
okay, but November, our winter rate, summer rate will be over with that time.
Right, right.
I just have one question. Do we know how much energy we bill at the different brackets for like residential under 1,000,
We
residential
don't have a
over
way to
1,000?
break it down. I could go back through all the billings to do
Yeah,
that.
but you don't, the machine stuff doesn't break it down, because we were talking about that when we were sitting here.
No, the system.
I think it would be beneficial for us to track that over this summer rate period. So we've got something to look at when we look at it in November. Instead of having to go back and find out at the end of October where we are. I think it'd be beneficial to set up something so we can track it.
Yeah, plus command hours too.
And we are tracking the demand hours now.
Can we take a look at that back in January, this coming January, and see what the fluctuation was and and then we can make a decision if we have to increase or we can actually decrease spending too.
Yeah.
Or even give rebates.
Right.
Build a new line.
We can just talk
We gotta
about how many
figure it out, my
thousand
guy.
units.
It's gonna work. Obama.
Oh, we're talking about spending some money on electric too, so.
Well, we definitely need to, I mean, there's no doubt about
Yeah.
that, so, I mean, it's, at least if we're, showing improvement, it's not such a,
I don't think the citizens of Wall Lake will complain if we show an increase in wage for what we get, but they're gonna see also infrastructure improvement along with it. According to the people I've talked to anyway.
You mean the rates now? You said-
Right.
I thought you said wages. that's-
No, or, well, I'm not rate, I don't need rate.
I don't think Alex can take a kick over 565 versus 8.
I don't,
But
I
they're,
don't know how much it, 7,000 something cents, 7,
No, 10,000.
of course, we don't even
Tens,
know what
hundreds,
the
thousands,
change is.
10,000s.
We don't even know what's demand.
Yeah, 7, 10,000.
I mean, we don't.
7
We've got
mills.
2 months reading of demand, so,
Right.
I mean,
7 mills.
and 2, I mean, next month it could drop. We don't know, I don't know how,
crushers are right now, so, of course, they got one power plant for crushers, don't they?
I think so.
And-
That won't matter.
Everything out of the.
Do they really
everything's
use that
gone.
Pressure?
No.
But 100
last
volt
month
motors
their
running
bill was
24/7.
Aren't they?
The last month we used about
Last
58.
year-
Well, I know they're taking jobs, but they've taken all their separators out, they're all gone, everything's gone. All their belts.
Last year, but
Well, they moved them to a different location to get, I don't know where their state contract goes. So they might come back here in 2 weeks and reline this back up.
Okay.
typically they come back in fall.
Here's what they,
Well, I'm guessing they come back in August.
here's what they use in 08, I think it was, 07 or 08. One of those two.
So we're,
And there's their motors out there.
are we changing the ordinance or are we still on the add-on?
currently we are still on the add-on,
Okay.
but for the rate that we bill with this next billing cycle, I would like it to be
Standardized like what
the
you've got.
summer
Yeah.
rate.
And then,
Because that's the way our ordinance reads, that
Okay,
in
so
July,
we would make a motion to adopt 5 cents as our energy cost.
the .0507.
And with the ordinance we have
let's
currently.
see, they might.
Well, we dropped off to
Shows one
7,
month in
5 cents.
July, that's
Right.
why I just do anything.
Yeah,
Plus
Not
that,
the 507.
Even in the fall, I suppose they do,
right,
just be the 5-0, period.
5
Right.
cents. So,
05, oh, that's the,
Well, the numbers are what they are, I will make that motion.
what number are you looking at then?
If some of them back me up.
These numbers that we were using
We're all there.
here, you mean?
Right, no.
Oh.
You're talking these numbers here?
Yeah, plus the,
Well, that's what,
Actually,
that's
what we're talking about is just doing
that's in there.
the 960.
Oh, yeah.
drop off the
Drop off the
fourth
third digit, or the last digit.
Okay,
fourth figure.
and the same way, on the next one, that's 0760.
Anything that's got 7.
Yes.
Well, you're gonna drop off the fourth
The
digit,
first seven.
you're gonna drop off the fourth digit to the right of the decimal point.
Okay.
On there, yes.
Yeah.
Because if we go to, we try to change the dollars per month and